Hello, everyone! Just kidding. Mrs. Doubtfire is not here. Hey, this is Aaron from Comic Booked, here to do another unboxing video, because that's all I do anymore. I don't talk about stuff. I need to talk about stuff like comic book stuff, and game stuff, and toys, and movies, and whatever. But I haven't watched a movie in forever. We're watching TV stuff right now. We've kind of gotten back into the Doctor Who thing. We're just starting on Peter Capaldi's run, Doctor Who. If you haven't watched Doctor Who, you really should check it out. And don't just wait for Disney Plus to get it on there. Go watch it on HBO Max right now, or some of the other places that it is. But HBO Max, you can watch the entire series from the new era of Doctor Who, starting back in 2008, I think, or 2009. 2008, I think, or maybe 2009, whatever. But it was Christopher Eccleston who kind of came back as the new Doctor after quite a hiatus, maybe 15... No, I think it was early 90s when they kind of shut the show down. The BBC just canceled it there, and there was no Doctor Who for a while. So they revived it in the late 2000s, and it was good. It was really good. Christopher Eccleston was great. Came back. He added the humor. He brought in urgency, but also the anger of a doctor who had been through a lot. So you didn't really know what he'd been through yet, but as you build through the series, he lasted for a season, and he died regenerated, and regenerated as David Tennant, who was just awesome, very, very good. Couple seasons of David Tennant, and he was a great doctor. More the warrior kind of doctor who came in, and he wanted to fight everything, and he was the doctor, and he was going to stop everything and save everybody. And then he regenerated into Matt Smith, and once you get used to his face, which you may already if you're watching the new Game of Thrones spin-off, House of Dragons. He plays one of the Targaryens. I'm not watching the show, so I don't know that. But you can tell me in the comments, because I probably get it wrong. It's like blah 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 Targaryen, right? Anyway, but yeah, the first time I saw the preview for that, I was like, is that Doctor Who? Anyway, but yeah, he was good. Between David Tennant and Matt Smith, they had a very cool arcing storyline. David Tennant had a great companion with Rose, and that story was really good, and then led into Amy Pond, who was a great story, and really tied a couple seasons together. Ended with a great end to that set, and then moved into Clara, who was the new companion, and carries over into Peter Capaldi's run. Capaldi's a different kind of doctor. He's a little more dry British humor, Scottish, so you have to put that in there. But a lot of fun. And then we get into the I can't remember her name, but the new doctor who just regenerated into the new guy, Eric from Sex Education. I can't remember his name either. But yeah, as we get in there, then we'll figure out all that stuff. But we're still a few seasons behind. I think we just finished season 8. Started 9, and 14 just ended in real life. So, yeah, we're watching that. We're watching Chuck, the old Chuck show. Even though everybody is hating on Zachary Levi, I still like him. He's a good guy. Definitely a great show. A lot of fun. Then we're also watching Inventing Anna, which is pretty interesting on Netflix. A show there, if you haven't watched that. About Anna Delvey, who was, a con artist, ? I mean, it's just a very interesting story. Now, obviously, sensationalized, but you don't know how much is real, how much is not real from the story, but it's very interesting the way that things play out with that. She supposedly swindled people out of all this money, and, claiming to be a German heiress, and anyway, it's pretty neat. And the actress that plays Anna in the show played on Ozark, which we just finished, and she was great on Ozark. Really liked her on that too. So anyway, great shows that we've just we're watching. Of course, Witcher. We're almost done with season 2 of The Witcher. A little behind on that one, too. Other shows that we watch that have come out, new seasons. It's like we can't keep up with new seasons when we're trying to watch old shows, like Fringe, and there's some other things we want to cycle in there. But anyway, trying to catch up on Community because the movie comes out in January. 6 seasons in a movie, yeah, right? Finally giving them a movie, so that'll be cool. And they just moved off of Amazon Prime to Hulu again, to Netflix now. So that's been pretty interesting. But you're not here to hear about TV stuff. And so you could just fast forward through the last 5.5 minutes that I've been talking. And look at this. I've got a box of Strixhaven School of Mages set boosters that I'm going to bust open today for your very much viewing pleasure. All right. I've had this box for 2 months. It has been burning a hole on my table here, and I really, really, really wanted to get in here and open it up. It's cool the way they had it set. It's like a display booster. So I'm actually not going to take it out. I'm just going to put it together like it was intended, and we'll just take packs right out of here, because that's cool. And I read this last time. Are there only 30 boosters in here? There are only 30 boosters in here, too. Wizards of the Coast, how you continue to disappoint me, but it's okay. They know how. Alright, Strixhaven, School of Mages, so many good cards in here, so much fun. We'd be looking for Professor Onyx, which is the Liliana of this set. Other stuff, I mean, there's just so many things in this set. We'll see. The Magecraft stuff is a lot of fun. There's good stuff in here. Anyway, let's see what we get. And may the odds be forever in our favor. Elemental token. We'll put our tokens over there. Art cards in this set. Nice. Put that over there. Land. Put that over there. Rares right on the front. Okay. Illuminate History. 2 and 2 red. That is a lesson. Discard any number of cards. Draw that many cards, then if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Interesting. So that's our rare for the pack. Ageless Guardian, Study Break, Cogwork Archivist, 4/5 for 6 with reach, and 2 and tap, put target card from graveyard on bottom of its owner's library. It's actually a useful card again now. Because there's so much unearth and everything, you want to get those cards out of people's graveyards. Bury in Books, target creature into its owner's library, second from the top. Reject, Counterspell, Karok Wrangler, Tenured Inkcaster. That's a fun card. 5 casting cost, and it has so much text it can't even focus. When Tenured Inkcaster enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That is a fun card. Alright, another rare. Vine Glimmer Snarl. And that is one of the dual lands from this set. When it enters the battlefield, reveal a forest or an island card from your hand. If you don't, it enters tapped. Otherwise, it doesn't. And you can tap it for a blue or a green. That's nice. Oh, hey, a full art variant. I think we get one of these in every pack, maybe, or one of these every so many packs. But these are the old cards that came back with new artwork and the cool borders. So 1 and a black for a Doomblade. Destroy target non-black creature. Nice. It's a good rare. We'll put that right there where everybody can see it. And a foil. Expanded Anatomy. Common. All right. So our commons, so I'll tell you what, artwork, cards, commons and uncommons over here. Actually, you know what, these are rares, so we'll just put those in the same stack. And we'll have a place over here for mythics, and then whatever other kind of stacks I end up making, because you know how I like to make stacks. Stacks. So many stacks. Fractal, not a Fraggle. Artwork. So interesting. So there's like an extra rare sometimes in the land slot, which was kind of cool. Spirit Summoning, it's another lesson. Remember the lessons, when you have a card that says Learn on it, you can go to your sideboard and pull a lesson card and bring it in your hand, and then you can cast that lesson card as a sorcery. So, Tangle Trap, Scurrid Colony, if you like to play squirrels, this is a 2 casting cost, 2/2, so definitely worth playing. With Reach, and it gets +2/+2 as long as you control 8 or more lands. Springmane Servant, Leech Fanatic, yay, leeches. 1 in the black, as long as it's your turn. Leech Fanatic has lifelink. Master Mistress, 4 casting cost, 4/4 with Reach. Whenever a creature you control with power equal to its toughness attacks, it gains Trample till end of turn. Divide by 0, nice counter spell. Actually, return target spell or permanent with mana value 1 or greater to its owner's hand, and you get to learn. Aether Helix, the Biblioplex. I have never figured out a really good way to play this card. I see it as kind of a junk rare, but whatever. It's a rare. Opt. Like the showcase art, definitely cool. 1 blue, scry 1, draw a card, and Aether Helix. Alright. It's nice to know sometimes the foil card and a regular card in the pack are in sync, right? Whatever. It'd be better if they were mythics. I'd take that over anything else, right? Right. Yes. If only you could all talk to me. Environmental Sciences, Environmental Services, yeah. Environmental Sciences, 2 casting cost lesson. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle, you gain 2 life, nice card. Silver Quill Campus, one of the duels, the common duels, enters tapped, tap for a white or a black, and then you can spend 4 and tap to scry 1. It's kind of nice. The Silver Quill Pledge Mage has Magecraft. This is another one of the mechanics in this set. And it's 1, and then you can spend white or black twice. And it's Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, Silver Quill Pledge Mage gains your choice of flying or lifelink until the end of turn. Not one of the best ones with Magecraft, but still. Owlin Shield Mage, flying with Ward 3 life. Combat Professor, Lower Hold Pledge Mage, Fracture, Silver Quill Apprentice, Devastating Mastery. This is 4 white and 2 colorless, so 6 total. Or you can pay 2 colorless and 2 white, rather than pay the spell's mana cost. If you do, an opponent chooses 2 non-land permanents they control and returns them to their hand. Destroy all non-land permanents. Okay. Our alternate card is Infuriate, our showcase card. 1 red. Target creature gets +3/+2 till the end of turn. And Serpentine Curve to make some fractals. Now we'll do this with these, since one of these was a rare and these 2 were uncommons. Okay. See, I like more piles. And closing statements. So destroy target creature or planeswalker and put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 creature you control. It's kind of nice. Humiliate's fun. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, they discard it, then you put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. Shadewing Laureates. Hoffrey Ghostforge. This is actually coming back into favor now with all the artifacts in the new set. 3 red and a white. And spirits you control get +1/+1 and have trample and haste. Oh, this is not the one I was thinking of. Never mind. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a spirit in addition to its other types, and it has. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to your graveyard. Not bad. So, actually, that might be something good if you played that with the unearthed creatures, because then you can sack an unearthed creature for whatever, it goes to the graveyard, it gets exiled instead, and then a token of it comes into play, and you can sack that, and draw, like the little draw a card guy, You can sack him to draw a card, and then you bring that other one back into the graveyard, and you can unearth it and get. So you actually get 4 card draws out of 1 little card. So that's not too bad. That's our first mythic. Regrowth is our really nice green rare showcase card. 1 and a green. And return target card from your graveyard to your hand. It's nice. And we have a negate foil. That's pretty. And one of the older set cards or something. Iterative analysis. That says conspiracy. Hidden agenda. So it's a conspiracy card. Completely useless. Start the game with this conspiracy face down in the command zone and secretly name a card. You may turn the conspiracy face up any time and reveal the chosen name. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell with the chosen name, you may draw a card. So, yeah, conspiracy. I think that was a failed mechanic of Magic. I don't know. I never played conspiracy. I think I might have drafted it one time, just like a fun draft, but never really bought much of it. Alright. Kind of like Planescape. That was fun, but nobody really got into that, so. Lots of gold border cards in this set, which is cool. Verdant Mastery. This goes along with our other Devastating Mastery. 5 and a green. This lets you go get a bunch of lands. You can also pay 3 and a green. Maybe, if I can get it to focus. And then you search your library for up to 4 basic land cards and reveal them. Put one of them onto the battlefield tapped under an opponent's control if you paid the forecasting cost instead. Put 2 of them on the battlefield under your control, tapped, and the rest in your hand. Then shuffle. So that's cool. Divine Gambit is one of our showcase card. Exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment an opponent controls. That player may put a permanent card from their hand on the battlefield. It's nice. I mean, I don't know, maybe. And Spectacle Mage. Harry Potter. That's Harry Potter if all the characters were owls. Right? Instead of all the owls being slaves to the wizards. Cool art. There's Cody, Vociferous Codex. That is a 3 casting cost. Artifact 1/4. You can't cast permanent spells anymore. But then you can spend 4, tap it, and add 1 of each color mana. When you cast, let me see here. When you cast Cody, sorry. I am getting a new camera, I swear. Okay. When you cast Cody from your library, when you cast your next spell this turn, exile cards from the top of your library to exile an instant or sorcery card with lesser mana value. Till end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put each other card exiled that way on the bottom of your library in a random order. So, pretty cool. Okay, Joseph, take my word for it. And, Rowan, Scholar of Sparks. 2 and a red. 2/2, and she has instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. With those 2 abilities, add 1, and she deals 1 damage to each opponent. If you draw 3 or more cards, she deals 3 damage instead. -4, and you get an emblem with whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may pay 2. If you do copy that spell, you may choose new targets for the copy. And then you can also cast her as Will, Scholar of Frost. And Will is gets 4 tokens as well, and has too much text to focus on. There we go. Instant sorcery spells cost 1 less again. Put a counter on him and up to 1 target creature has base power and toughness of 0/2 till next turn. -3 to draw 2 cards, and -7, exile up to 5 target permanents for each permanent exile this way. Its controller creates a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. Alright. That's a nice full art mythic. We got Faithless Looting for our showcase card. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, and it has flashback for 2 and a 2 and a red. Spell Satchel and a nothing card. Getting to the end of our first stack. Got a couple mythics. We got 3 rare showcase cards already. So that's kind of cool. Alright, art. Foil land. Nice. The Burrog Befuddler. That's fun. Arcane Subtraction. Square Up. Serpentine Curve. Biomathematician. Thunderous Orator. Killian, Ink Duelist. Culling Ritual. That is a 2 and 1 green and 1 black. For destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Add green or black for each permanent destroyed this way. Then we have Snakeskin Veil, 1 green. This gives a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control and it gains hexproof. It's a nice little showcase card again. Oh, that's uncommon. Stonerise Spirit and Tombstalker for our alternate card, alternate rare. That is from it's one of the time shifted cards. Tombstalker. It costs 6 colorless and 2 black. 5/5. Demon with Flying and Delve. You may remove any number of cards in your graveyard from the game as you play this spell. It costs 1 less to play for each card removed this way. That's cool, rare. Fun card. It's pretty neat. I'll put it here on this stack. I didn't know there were alternate cards like that from other sets. I remember when those first showed up, they were like, this is going to be the new style of cards in the future. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Future Sight, I think that was the one. Because it was Time Spiral and Future Sight back when they did blocks. Yeah, you know, back in the old days. Back in the old days. Lower Hold Command. This is a 5 casting cost. Choose 2. Make a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and drop them on the floor. And gain indestructible and haste, or a lower hold command deals 3 damage to any target player. A target player gains 3 life, or sack a permanent and draw 2 cards. So it's an instant. One of the command cards, like we had Mistress Commanders as command, all that stuff in the new set. So it's cool. Teferi's Protection. 2 colorless and a white for a mythic. Till your next turn, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything. All permanents you control phase out. Very nice. And make your mark. But not too loudly. And not too permanently. Just, you know, a little mark. Something that comes off with a magic eraser. Because, you know, it's magic. Inkling. I don't even have an Inkling. Now I do. Alright. Commons, we're going to just rip through the commons. Uncommons we've already seen. Thrill of Possibility. That's discard a card, draw 2 cards. And, oh, that was weird. Oh, I went right by it. I was like, nah, I've seen that before. Yeah. Quandrix Command, another command. So 1 blue and a red and a green, sorry. For a Simic, right? Choose 2. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Return target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. And target player shuffles up to 3 cards from their graveyard in the library. It's a nice Simic card, right? Some recycle abilities. Another one of the games. This is a Winchester draft. And you can see, grab a friend and some magic in this quick, casual 2-player draft format. You need 6 packs, 2 players, 30 minutes, and some basic lands. And so there's the how to play and how to win. Interesting. Art. No foil signatures or anything, or no stamps or anything at all, huh? I'll try not to skip the rare this time like I did last time. There's a Leon and Light Scribe, 1 and a white for a 2/2 with Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn. It's not too bad. Beef up all your creatures. And Flame Scroll Celebrant. Very nice. 1 and a red for a 2/1. Whenever an opponent activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, Flame Scroll Celebrant deals 1 damage to that player. 1 and a red. Pump them up 2/2/0 to the end of turn. It's cool. And on the back is Revel in Silence. So you can cast them for 2 white instead. An instant. Your opponents can't cast spells or activate Planeswalker loyalty abilities on this turn. And then you exile Revel in Silence. Alright. Whirlwind Denial, 2 and a blue. And for each spell and ability your opponents control, counter it unless its controller pays 4. And a nice foil Vine Glimmer Snarl. Okay. Starting into stack number 2. A stack of packs. Sorry, I make that same joke every time I do an unboxing video. It's gonna get old. I don't care. Just come back, keep watching. Maybe I'll come up with new jokes. Maybe you send me some jokes in the comments so I have some new jokes. Not dirty jokes though, please. That's offensive, right? Hey, Volumacus, Lorehold. Nice. He is a nice dragon. 7 casting cost. Elder Dragon, 5/5, Vigilance, Flying, Haste. Whenever he attacks, look at the top 7 cards. Cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to Volumacus Lorehold's power from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. He is definitely a cool card. Nice mythic. And we got Augmenter Pugilist, which is a flip card. This side is a 3/3 for 3, and it gets +5/+5 if you have 8 or more lands. This side is Echoing Equation, 3 and 2 blue, and you can choose target creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of it until end of turn, except those creatures aren't legendary if the chosen creature is legendary. That's pretty neat. Grape Shot is our rare showcase, 1 in the red, deals 1 damage to any target, and that's a rare. Oh, it's got Storm, that's why. I was like, okay. And Lorehold Excavation for our foil. We've got a few of the rare showcase cards, which is cool. A few of the showcase cards that are uncommons. Honor Troll, 2/3 with Vigilance for 3. If you would gain life, you gain that much life +1 instead, and it gets +2/+1 as long as you have 25 or more life. It's not bad. Alright, Semester's End. This is an interesting one. It basically is a way to save your creatures. 3 and a white. Exile any number of target creatures. And or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of the next end step, return each of them to the battlefield under its owner's control. Each of them enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it if it's a creature, and an additional loyalty counter on it if it's a planeswalker. So, pretty cool. Infuriate, we saw that already. Pest Summoning, and Spellbook from Magic X10, I guess it was. 0 casting cost, you have no maximum hand size. This is a 0 casting cost artifact, it's not useless, especially with all the artifact stuff going on now with the new sets. Might be something that sees play again. All right. Oop. Well, I play a lot of Arena, and then I do limited stuff. But oh hey, Teachings of the Art of the Archaics. 3 casting cost. If an opponent has more cards in hand than you, draw 2 cards. Draw 3 cards instead of an opponent has at least 4 or more cards in hand than you. It's nice. But yeah, I play a lot of Arena. I'm still trying to figure out from this new set, like, what is it that really plays well in Arena. I'm playing around with a blue-white deck with Urza. I've actually got the big Urza Planeswalker out a couple times, which is pretty cool. This is Sparring Regimen, fun card, 2 and a white. When it enters the battlefield, you learn, and whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature and untap it. So it's a nice enchantment for that. Harmonize, 2 and a green, and draw 3 cards. And Enthusiastic Study for our foil. So far, we're about halfway through. We have 4 mythics. We have quite a few rare showcase cards, and a little stack of rares here. We haven't seen any foil stamped or signed art cards yet, which is odd. Usually we'd see one by the halfway mark. Necroblossom Swell, another one of the lands. Agonizing Remorse, 1 and a black, and it's a sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, or a card from the graveyard, and exile that card, and you lose 1 life. Go blank. I like this card now, especially 2 and a black, and target player discards 2 cards. Then you exile all cards in that player's graveyard. That's a nice clean-up card right now, especially with all the unearthed stuff going on. And I know Strixhaven is not currently in Standard, but it's still a fun set, and there's still some good cards to be had there. Oh, there's our art card. And they're on stack, because I can't follow my own rules. Foil Swamp. Foily. Double Major. 1 green, 1 blue. Copy target creature spell you control, except it isn't legendary. If the spell is legendary, if it's legendary, so you create a copy of a creature. That's cool. So that's that. Blex Vexing Pest, 2 and a green, and it's 3/2. Other pests, bats, insects, snakes, and spiders you control get +1/+1. When Blex Vexing Pest dies, you gain 4 life, and you can flip it over to play Search for Blex. 2 and a 2 black. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put any number of them in your hand, and the rest in your graveyard. You lose 3 life for each card you put in your hand this way. It's interesting. It's a nice mythic, though. It's fun if you're playing a pest and lizard and whatever deck. Gift of Estates, 1 and a white. If an opponent controls more lands than you, search your library for up to 3 plains cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle. It's not a bad turn 3 card if you didn't get your second land drop. Pretty fun. Or if you just haven't played your 3rd land for turn 3 and you play that first, grab 3 of your lands, Foil Fractal Summoning and a Spirit Token. Almost through stack 2 here. It's nice to go back to Strixhaven. I like Strixhaven a lot. There was a lot of fun stuff in here. And and we got Tempted by the Auric, 1 and 3 blue. And it's a sorcery for each opponent. Gain control of up to 1 target creature or planeswalker that player controls with mana 3 or less. Mana value 3 or less. Revitalize is our uncommon. Gain 3 life, draw a card. We got Defiant Strike as a foil. 1 white. Target creature gets +1/+0 till end of turn and draw a card. And then from a previous set, Light Up the Stage. Not that previous. That was, I can't remember what set that was. One of the Gate Watch or one of the Gates ones. So, Ravnica. 2 and a red. Sorcery Spectacle, 1 red. You can spend 1 red and pay if opponent lost life this turn. Sorry, it's not focusing. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards, so it's pretty cool. Other set card. I don't remember if it was Gatewatch. It was one of the Return to Ravnica cards, I believe. I know I see it in Arena all the time, and Return to Ravnica was one of the earlier sets in Arena. Alright. Still no foil anything in the art cards. I wonder if there just weren't any foil anythings in the art cards. An uncommon Reduced to Memory with the first card there. Strict Proctor, 1 and a white. 1/3, pain in the butt. Flying, whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, counter that ability unless its controller pays 2, colorless. I hate that card. Lightning Bolt, 1 and a red, or 1 red, sorry. 3 damage, target any target. That's a nice rare, too. Start from scratch is our foil. Alright. 2 packs here to finish off stack 2. And then move on to the final stack. Da-da-dun-dun. Yes. Alright. I guess that first card's a lesson card, so that's why we may have a rare in that. Witherbloom Command, another command card, 1 in the black. With this card, you choose 2. Target player mills 3 cards, and you return a land from the graveyard to your hand. Destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Target creature gets -3/-1 till the end of turn, or target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So, not a bad little rare. Shine Shadow Snarl is the white-black land. It makes you reveal a plains or a swamp, or else it comes into play tapped. Shock, and Arcane Subtraction for a foil. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 packs left in this stack. Alright. Not quite as many rares and mythics as I'd like to see so far. Not quite as many mythics as I'd like to see, but maybe I'm getting spoiled by Brothers War with so many possibilities for mythics and the different insert cards and everything. So, Manifestation Sage, for either green or blue. It's a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Day of Judgment, 2 and 2 white. Destroy all creatures. Nice mythic. Tend the Pests, and from another set, I don't remember what set that is either. I'm sorry. 1 white. And it's a creature for 0/3. It's got Ascend. If you control 10 or more permanents, you get the City's Blessing for the rest of the game. And it gets +3/+0 as long as you have the City's Blessing. Alright. This is the last pack out of the middle section. So let's see. It just says guaranteed foil and art card in every pack. So that's all we're guaranteed. Huh? Another art card. Land. There's our common goodies, lots of commons, uncommon, Rushed Rebirth, 1 black and 1 green, and you can choose target creature. When that creature dies this turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser mana value, put it in the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Nice. Divine Gambit, and a foil Ifrit Flame Painter, 3 colorless and a red. 1/4, double strike, and when it deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell will be put in the graveyard this turn, exile it instead. Nice. Alright, so we got a couple rares out of that pack. I guess the box is listening to me, which is good. Boxes are usually just inanimate objects that don't listen very well, but that's okay. So let me know if you know anything about the art cards, if there were no foil stamped or anything in the sets. That's okay. I mean, it's not a big deal, but just unusual, I think, to go through 2/3 of a box and not pull 1 foil stamped anything. Hall of Oracles is our rare. And then tap it for colorless. Spend 1 and tap it for a mana of any color. Or tap and put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Activate only as a sorcery and only if you've cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. Nice little land. Snakeskin Veil again. Lowerhold Campus. And Dominarios. Haha, funny little pun. So another game. And you play it like dominoes, I guess. Okie doke. So, I guess y'all know about Elon Musk buying Twitter. What do you think about that? It's kind of funny. Oh, hey, confront the past lesson. X and a black. And you can do one of either of these two things. Return target Planeswalker card with a mana value of X or less from the graveyard to the battlefield, or remove twice X loyalty counters from target Planeswalker and opponent controls. That's a nice card. Pretty good rare. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. You know, I know a lot of people are angry and just so hurt because Twitter was blah, 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 blah. But, you know, the idea is free speech is free. Free speech is something that people just can say. Not that there aren't repercussions, but that it shouldn't be throttled and controlled. And I think if you don't believe that, then you're in the wrong country. 2 and 2 green for Gnarled Professor. 5/4 trample. Gnarled Professor enters the battlefield. You learn. Yeah. But really, I mean, the whole point of this country is freedom, and that's kind of what we're supposed to be about. So, not all of this giving up other people's rights because somebody else is offended and your feelings are hurt, so I have to stop doing something that I'm doing. And it should be about respecting each other and just treating each other like normal human beings. But we can't really do that because we're humans and we're selfish and we're stupid. So we fight and we argue and we complain. But we've gotten to the point where there is no common sense anymore. So there's nothing where people go, yeah, I'm going to be a normal person when I go outside today. They're always looking for a way to be victimized. They're always looking for a way to be targeted. They're always looking for a way to be special. And you just don't get that. You don't always get that. This stuff comes from hard work. You get to be special because you work hard or because you get, because you're lucky. Callous Blood Mage, 2 and a black, 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. You can either create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with when this creature dies, you gain 1 life, or you draw a card and lose a life, or you exile target player's graveyard. Nice. Oh, Plarg, Dean of Chaos, 1 and a red for a 2/2. Tap, discard a card, draw a card. And then he has 4 and a red and tap and reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary card. Let's see if I can get it to focus for you. With mana value 3 or less, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put all revealed cards not cast that way on the bottom of your library in a random order. Or you can play him as Augusta, Dean of Order. It's like a split personality, right? 2 and a white. For a 1/3, other untapped creatures you control get +1/+0. Tapped creatures get +1/+0. Other untapped creatures get +0/+1. Whenever you attack, untap each creature you control, then tap any number of creatures you control. Interesting. Revitalize and Lorehold Apprentice. Alright. We just have a few left. I'm going to take the display booster box off of here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs left to go in this box. So, 6, 7. Count them down. No, we did get the full art brother-sister thing there, but we did not get a Professor Onyx yet. So maybe we're due for a Professor Onyx here soon. There is Ecological Appreciation, X2 and a green. Search your library and graveyard for up to 4 creature cards with different names, and each have a mana value X or less, and reveal them. An opponent chooses 2 of those cards, shuffle the chosen cards in your library, and put the rest on the battlefield. Exile Ecological Appreciation. Nice. Cultivate, foil, and treasure card. All right. Pack 6. Counting them down. Art card. Elemental Expressionist. So 4 either blue or red. 4/4. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, choose target creature you control until end of turn. It gains if this creature would leave the battlefield, exile it instead, and putting it anywhere else. And when you exile this creature, create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. Cool. Selfless Glyph Weaver. This is the make other creatures indestructible when you exile it for 2/3, or flip it over, and it's got Deadly Vanity, 5 and 3 black. And it says sorcery, choose a creature or planeswalker, then destroy all other creatures and planeswalkers. Not too bad. Could be fun. Shock, Dueling Coach, and an Urborg Panther. 2 and a black for a 2/2. Spend 1, sack it, destroy target creature blocking Urborg Panther. Or you can sacrifice Feral Shadow, Breath Stealer, and Urborg Panther. Search your library for Spirit of the Night and put it into play as though it was just played. Shuffle your library afterwards. This is from Mirage. This is a fun card. I actually played that combo in a deck. That was really fun to sack all those creatures and bring the Spirit of the Night into play. A lot of fun. Okay, alternate card, right? 5 left. So we have gotten, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mythic cards so far in the box out of 30 packs. We've gotten quite a few of the rare showcase cards. We got a big stack of rare regular cards, and we've gotten 6 of the variant other set cards, older set cards, whatever they're called, throwback cards or something. So not bad overall for a box. And not a whole lot in this set that just jumps out and goes, oh, it's so awesome. Now, this is a cool card. I love Blade Historian. Blade Historian is 4 red or 4 white. Oh, shoot. And I dropped him on the floor. Hang on 1 second. Because he is a good card. I do want to talk about him. Oh. All right. So, Blade Historian was pretty key in the Winata decks, if you knew Winata. But he's a human cleric, 2/3 for 4, and attacking creatures you control have double strike, which is awesome. So you'd play him in there, you would attack with non-human creatures in Winata, and then all your non-human creatures would allow you to bring human creatures into play from the top X number of cards from your library, and hopefully you get that, and you have a bunch of double strikers, and it was pretty cool. Anyway, it's a good card, though. It's fun. Another Lightning Bolt, nice, and Tangle Trap. Pack 4. Come on, Professor Onyx. What's the Harry Potter spell to summon something to you? Is it Accio? Accio, right? So Accio, Professor Onyx. Hey, Kamina, Enigma Sage. 1 colorless, 1 green, and 1 blue. Each other planeswalker you control has the loyalty abilities of Kasmina, Enigma Sage. I was going to say Enema Sage. That would just be really bad. +2, scry 1. -X, create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put X +1/+1 counters on it. And 8, search your library for an instant or sorcery card that shares a color with the planeswalker. Exile that card, then shuffle. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Nice. It's a nice mythic. And we got Valentin, Dean of the Vein, as well as Lisette, Dean of the Root. This one gets +1/+1 counters on each creature you control whenever you gain life, if you pay the 1 for it. And then he is a 1/1 with Menace and Lifelink for 1 or 2 black, 1 colorless and for 1 black. And whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, you exile instead. When you do, you pay 2, and then you get a 1/1 pest token instead. So that's cool. Agonizing Remorse again, and some squirrels. Foil squirrels, though, Can't beat foil squirrels. Another art card. Foil planes. Some commons and uncommons that we're not going to talk about right now. Multiple choice. This is a fun card. X and a blue, and then your X is whatever this is. So if X is 1, scry 1, draw a card. X is 2, choose a player. They return a creature they control to their hand. If X is 3, create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. If X is 4 or more, do all the above. So that's a fun card. Gift of Estates again. Shock foil, that's really nice. And then Strictly Better is the mini game. So, not going to spend any time on that. You guys will listen to me yap enough. 2 packs left to get through this box of Strixhaven and on to other things. There's an inky guy. Land. Dragon's Guard Elite. This is a fun card. 1 and a green, and she has Magecraft. She's a 2/2. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on her. And then for 4 and 2 green, double the number of counters on her. So she gets beefy really quick. Opt, Expressive Iteration, and an inker. Last pack from this box. We got 2 planeswalkers. We got 1 full art card, and that's it so far. So I don't know. Not impressed. Strixhaven, you're not delivering. Prismari Command, another command card. 1, a blue, and a red. I've seen this used a lot in blue-red decks. It deals, you choose 2. Deal 2 damage to any target. Target player draws 2 cards and discards 2 cards. Target player creates a treasure token or destroy target artifact. Harmonize again. Combat Professor, and our token is a fractal. So no Professor Onyx in this box, but we did get some good mythics out of here. Volumacus is definitely cool. The mythic showcase cards are beautiful, and then we got the twins, Frost and Fire there as well. So overall, not bad. Especially here, I like getting that rare time-shifted card from Future Sight. A lot of fun stuff. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Definitely go out and make some comments on the video. Check out our website, comicbook.com, as well for more content. And just keep watching here for more unboxings and fun stuff. Thanks.